Congratulations on the Forbes Council that they've announced that you are amongst the top list of profiling in the world.
Yeah, thank you very much. What happened was that they asked the executive coaches team or group to identify the instruments in the world that they regard as the best assessment tools. I think there were 11 people in the group, and the net and brain instruments came out as one of the top. Yeah, we feel very good about that. It's an unbelievable recommendation, and yeah.
I see they recommend that the Netlink brain instrument must be used in 85% of professional contexts.
That's what they say, that in all leadership and management and development of different teams in your organizations, that they use these instruments, yes.
So there's obviously an application of this is the business industry.
Yeah, well, business, education, sport, you know, it's the application is actually as wide as you want to take them, because you know, I remember where I started when I developed it, because it was under the guidance of Paul Torrance. He developed an instrument called SOLAT, the style of learning and thinking, and it was like a left brain, right brain instrument. And I was working on my post-PhD, and so together we started to unpack this SOLAT and into 4 quadrants, and not only left and right. And that's where it all started, you know. And then from the four quadrants point of departure, in a sense, I started to develop a whole series of instruments. The first was the adult instrument for adults, to, in a sense, have a look at yourself, who you are, and then start to understand people around you much better, and start to understand how to apply your whole brain. So after that, it became clear to me that I can't only have an adult instrument. I need, if you're going to work in education, for instance, you'll need instruments for students and children and so on. So I did a senior student instrument, which became very, very popular, because it in a sense opens your eyes to, if you have a look at your brain preferences as a 17-year-old, someone in grade 12 or a first or so university student, have a look at your brain profile, and you sort of take in consideration what you're good at, you combine the two, you can't really make a mistake, you know, when you choose careers or choose subjects or choose whatever. And so that became very, very popular worldwide, the senior student instrument. But later on I developed the junior student for more primary school, elementary school children. Also there I found it was just so useful. My 2 sons were in the primary school when I developed it, and it became clear that they understood themselves better. And it wasn't like this pointing finger, you were wrong, I'm right. They understood. It's okay to have different preferences and so on. And that took away all the conflict. It made it easier also when they sat in a class of a teacher that had a different dominance than theirs, to understand that the teacher is now teaching from a different dominance, and it made them sort of feel, made them feel comfortable, and so not irritated and so on, because the whole idea of the teaching dominance of the teacher versus the learning dominance of the child, they never meet, and the feeling of being stupid. And the last of these personal instruments was for children, you know, kindergarten, preschool, before they can read or write, and little pitchy instruments. So that was the scope of the personal instruments and the applications of it. But there's a whole number of other instruments that's in sport, in business, in education. The one that is very popular, for instance, is the whole brain job instrument. I think we've moved away from, let's call it the old-fashioned job descriptions.
Yes.
And if you have the brain of your job, you can kind of see immediately what is the essence of that job. You know, is it a L1 essence, which means no mistakes, correct focus, keep attention all the time, or is it more maybe an R2 where you need to have people understanding? So immediately it gives you you zap in on what is necessary to do this job well. So that's a very, very popular instrument. So there's a whole array of it. But for me, from the very sort of start, under Torrance, that it must be something that you can use as an individual, as a group, as an organization. It must be applied. It's not like an airy-fairy theory stuff. It's there, you must understand. If you want to use it to sell more furniture, if that's what you use it, that's your purpose then. And that's how we will focus. If you want to lead 8-dimensionally, that is what we will do. If you want to teach with the whole brain, we'll show you how to do that. So it is absolutely focused on where you want to apply it. And then of course it gives tremendous value.
Have you found an environment where it's not applicable?
I have not found any environment where it's not applicable. What I've learned over time is that, I didn't know that in the beginning when I started, that it is absolutely, you can apply it. You can play golf on understanding your whole brain. How can you shift your brain dominance to maybe get better scores in golf, for instance, or in any kind of sport.
Yes.
And in business and education, I have not found any area that you can't use it.